Hey, welcome. Today, we are cracking the code on a skill that's, well, it's basically a secret weapon in algebra. How to know for sure if you've got the right answer. This isn't just about acing a test. It's about building that rock-solid confidence you need to tackle way bigger problems down the road.
So let me ask you something. What is the one superpower that all A-plus students seem to have? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not some crazy genius-level IQ or a photographic memory. Nope. It's the ability to guarantee they never hand in a wrong answer. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how they pull it off.
Okay, first things first, we need to kind of tweak the way we think about an answer. Back in the day, in your old math classes, an answer was just a number, right? Like x equals 5. Simple. But in the world of algebra, especially when we're dealing with graphs, a solution is actually a location. It's a specific coordinate point, an xy pair, that tells you exactly where two lines cross paths.
Now, when we're trying to find that one special location, we're working with something called a system of equations. I know, it sounds super technical and fancy, but don't let the term scare you. All it really means is that we have two or more equations that are, working together as a team to point us to the answer.
And here it is. This is the absolute golden rule for this entire process. I call it the double check rule. For any point to be the real solution, it has to make equation 1 true. And it also has to make equation 2 true. It has to work for both. No exceptions. If it fails even one of them, it's a dud. It's not the solution.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's get our hands dirty and see this thing in action. Here's our first problem. Is the point 2, 5 the solution we're looking for? Our job now is to play detective and figure out if this is the exact spot where our two lines meet.
So we start with equation 1, y equals 2x plus 1. We're going to take our point, 2, 5, and just plug the numbers in where they belong. So 5 goes in for y and 2 goes in for x. That gives us 5 equals 2 times 2 plus 1. A little quick math, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And we end up with 5 equals 5. Hey, that's true. First check, passed with flying colors.
But we're not done. We got to do the second part of our double check. Equation 2 is x plus y equals 7. Let's do the same thing. We plug in 2 for x and 5 for y. And we get 2 plus 5 equals 7. Well, that simplifies to 7 equals 7. Another true statement. Perfect.
So, because our point, 2, 5, made both equations spit out a true statement, we can say with 100% confidence, yes, that's it. That is our solution. It's the exact, unique spot where those two lines cross.
Okay, that one was pretty straightforward. But what about a trickier case? This is what I call the half-truth. Let's test a brand new point, 3, 4, with a completely new set of equations. This is the exact kind of problem where people get tripped up.
So, equation 1 this time is y equals x plus 1. We'll plug in our numbers, 4 for y, 3 for x. We get 4 equals 3 plus 1, which, simplifies to 4 equals 4. Okay, looking good so far, right? It passed the first test, and it is so tempting to just stop here and shout yes, but we can't. Remember the rule.
Now we have to look at equation 2, y equals 2x minus 3. Let's plug in our point, 3, 4. That gives us 4 equals 2 times 3 minus 3. Okay, that becomes 4 equals 6 minus 3. And finally, we get 4 equals 3. Whoa, wait a second. 4 does not equal 3. That is just plain false.
And because it failed that second check, even though it passed the first one, the whole thing fails. The answer isn't yes. The answer is a big, fat no.
So what does a half-truth like this actually look like? Well, it means the point 3, 4 is sitting perfectly on that first line. It's a totally valid point for that one equation. But it completely misses the second line. It's on one line, but it is not at the intersection.
And this is where it all clicks. The solution you find with algebra, that point that makes both equations true, is the exact same thing as the solution you see on a graph. It's that single, unique point where the two lines physically cross over each other. This is literally where algebra and geometry shake hands.
Now, let's just quickly talk about the two biggest traps people fall into. First, stopping at one check. You see that first true and you get all excited, but you're only halfway home. You have to remember the double check rule. Second, mixing up your x and y. It's such a simple mistake, but it will absolutely sink you every single time. Just be careful when you plug those numbers in.
I know what you might be thinking.
This is great for my math class, but am I ever really going to use this? The truth? You already use it. Every single day. This exact logic is humming away inside your phone, right now.
Just think about how GPS works. One satellite in space can't find you. It just knows you're somewhere on a giant circle on the Earth. But the second a second satellite draws its circle of possible locations, your phone's little computer brain solves the system. The intersection of those two circles, that's your exact location. It's a system of equations happening in real time in your pocket.
So, look, you haven't just learned how to check an answer on a quiz. You've just learned the fundamental logic that's used to verify a precise location in space. It's an unbelievably powerful tool for finding that one single correct answer among a sea of infinite possibilities. So the only real question left is, what are you going to check next?